Hello and welcome to this week's video snow report from the Port du Soleil. Well, after 10 days of very cold weather with clear skies, the sun finally went away and the clouds returned, and we have another huge dump of snow here in the Port du Soleil. Last night we were forecast 1 centimetre of snow to fall in Morzine town, and when I woke up this morning there was 10 centimetres of this very light, dry, fluffy snow sitting on the ground in Morzine. And as you can see up here on the hill in Avoria, it's still snowing. Now the forecast for the next few days is for the sun to return, and it looks like from Thursday afternoon all the way through to the beginning of next week we are going to have sunshine. And it is going to become slightly milder again over the weekend with temperatures of about -2 to -5. Now the new snow on piste, to be honest, the pistes didn't really need it. This new snow, however, though, once it's been piste bashed down, will create perfect ski conditions for the following few days, especially when the sun comes out. And at the moment across the Port du Soleil only 4 pistes are closed. This new snow, however, is going to make a big impact on the off-piste, as the off-piste snow for the last few days has been quite heavily skied. There's been a lot of people over it, and some quite strong winds have turned it into pretty crusty and pretty cruddy conditions. So this new snow will top up the off-piste and give us some fantastic riding in the trees and when the sun comes out in the open faces. But I would warn you that we can expect to see the avalanche hazard rating go up. At the moment it's only 2 out of 5, but this new snow will almost certainly push the avalanche hazard rating up a little bit. Now today, as it is snowing, I've come to the stash, and today in the stash we've got the very first of Shreddie's Burton Park Jam sessions. Now these will be taking place every Wednesday for the rest of the season, and basically what happens is there's a film crew in the park, and you turn up with a group of your mates or just on your own and just session one module after another, and the cameraman and the film crew will be there to film it, and then at the end of it there'll be a video, and there's also prizes available. Now this new video, as soon as it's out, I'll post it on the website and you can have a look. But from now on, if you're coming out for the rest of the season on Wednesdays, you can take part in these sessions. And they're just a fun jam session where everyone gets involved, and at the end of it you get a bit of a video. Now if you don't want to get involved in that, or perhaps you can't give up your Wednesday morning to come and ride the parks with some mates, then in the baby park, in the Châtel Park, they have a new feature, which is some fixed cameras in the park which will record your run. And all you have to do is beep your lift ticket in at the top of the run, ride down through the park, the cameras capture it all, and then beep your lift ticket again at the bottom, and you can then go online to check your video at freestyleparks.fr. Now, although we're now heavily into tourist season, the pistes are not nearly as busy as I expected them to be. It is really all about timing though if you want to avoid the queues. If you want first lifts, make sure you're at the very front of the queue. Otherwise, hang back a little bit and maybe head up the hill at about 10:30 or 11, as that's when the queues tend to die down. Another thing I like to do at the moment is ski through lunch. If you ski from about 11 till about 2:30, 3 o'clock, the pistes are much quieter. And then another little tip you can use if you want to get up onto the hill: Prodan and Super Morzine do get very heavily congested, but if you've got a car or if you're living in the Montrion area, take a trip up to Ardon, as the bubble there is brand new, very quick, and it'll drop you at the bottom of the Linderay Bowl, and from there you can explore various areas of the Port du Soleil without having to queue so much. But the number one tip I think for avoiding queues during the busy season is to take a ski instructor. The ski instructors have a special channel in the lift queues, which means that they don't have to queue up with the rest of us, and you can then just cruise through, avoiding all the big queues. As I say, it is very much about timing this time of year, because some lifts will be really quiet at one point of the day and then a couple hours later absolutely rammed. Once you're off the hill though, this week and the next coming weeks there's loads on. Torchlit descents, cinema, there's live music, and of course the Six Nations and live sport in all the bars. And to find out more about that, check our What's On calendar. For me though, from the very first Shreddie Jam session, take care, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week here in the Port du Soleil.